been a stellar listing there for the Bombay Stock Exchange as it's made its debut. But what now? What are the big opportunities for Asia's oldest stock exchange? And what are the likely challenges that the BSE faces in a rapidly changing world? CNBC-TV18's Varinder Bansal had a chat on all of this and more with BSE's top brass, CEO Ashish Chauhan and Ramesh, Damani, member of the BSE. Listen in.
For me, the power of the brand cannot be underestimated, and the fact is this business has tremendous stability, which not many businesses in India would have that kind of profits, those kind of numbers, and people tend to compare apples and oranges. Okay. And that's where basically we make mistakes. But generally speaking, for me, in modern world, any organization with a brand has much larger chances of going forward than not.
Sometimes people compare a lot of BSE and NSE, as Ashish himself mentioned, that's apple versus oranges.
You know, it's a fair comparison in some respects because the NSE has taken up market share from us because of the disruption technology. They got screen technology before us and they got nationwide rollout before us. But the world is changing. I mean, 10 years ago, no one had heard of Facebook and Snapchat. So technology, Mr. Chauhan is from a technology background, so very confident there will be more disruptive technologies in the next few years.
What you would like to say if people ask you the growth opportunities in the next 3, 4, 5 years?
Today, with all our might, we are the largest distribution framework for mutual funds, 650,000 transactions a month. But the industry itself is growing. Probably it will be 3 crore transactions a month in, say, next 5 years. And we are only 7–8% of that market. If we become 50, that's how we try to think more out of box, more non-linear payoff situations. That is true with SME. We have 160 companies.
Yes.
But you heard Honorable Finance Minister, how many companies we have? Almost 13 lakhs. Out of it, how many are making profits? How many can then list? How many of them will require funds? So our job, see, basically the way we look at it is we are a highly regulated entity. We are ourselves quasi-regulators. And our job is to provide funds to the country. Okay, that is our foremost raise capital, create jobs. That is what should be the focus of an exchange. Trading gets us revenue, but if we just do trade for the sake of trading, but don't raise any capital, then would society allow us? And for me, those are the questions which come to my mind, and we try to kind of say that we are transaction processing experts. We used to do what I call small standardized transactions. Then it happened for almost 130, 140 years of our life because it was floor based and all. Now we have started learning to do more complex transactions which are more conditional, like mutual funds, like SMEs, and so we also want to go even into longer term, even more conditional workflows like insurance and so on and so forth. So that's how I see on that side. Of course, on the other side, whatever trades a lot, you end up getting a lot of
more and more technology coming into
and
all
so for
these
me,
new products.
I mean, there are horizontal and vertical. We have immense opportunities. It's basically the opportunity for us to take rather than worrying about something not being allowed. Today, if they don't allow, they'll allow me today.
If some investors are listening to you, what are the things what you as an institution will be watching which could impact the stock exchanges?
See, basically the growth. For me, if India grows, we grow. We grow too much, we don't grow, I mean, we go little, but if the way I keep on telling myself, visualizing is, what is good for India is good for BSE. It is not the other way around, that the FM gives us some soaps and we are all happy. No. If India grows, we grow, and that is how we look at it, that the technology is going to change the world fundamentally, completely, transformationally over next 30 years. In my hypothesis, the wealth that is going to be created in next 30 years has not been created in last 10,000 years. So and young people are going to create that wealth. And who has young people? Who are technology oriented?
Yes.
This country, right? I need to create basically a framework for young guys to raise funds, come here, become billionaires. We bask in their glory, and we have actually set up an incubator in BSE for that. Okay. We have more than 100 people who have been funded by the incubator, and that's how we tend to basically sort of seed things, because we are finally signal providers. We are not in that sense doers.